You're listening to the Inner Goddess Rising podcast. My name is Ann Sison, and I'm here to help you kick your inner mean girl to the curb so you can attract the life you desire. Happy Wednesday! I hope you all had an amazing week. We just had the autumn equinox, and we're 2 days away from the energy of a full moon. Now, autumn is another word for fall, because the leaves are falling, and that makes it the perfect time to let go of what no longer serves you. I mean, if you think about it, the trees let go of what they no longer need for the cycle they're in. It's really a beautiful process that I love to watch. When the colors change and the sounds of leaves are crunching under my feet, it's the perfect time for letting go of what no longer serves you too. It's the same with the moon. When it's at its fullest and can't get any bigger, it appears then to get smaller each day, which is again perfect for letting go. Over this last weekend, I took a day to empty my closet and go through both my summer and my winter wardrobe. I got rid of things that no longer fit or I just don't wear anymore. I've done this with my office too, getting rid of papers and anything laying around that didn't make sense or I didn't need anymore. It's almost like spring cleaning, except instead of getting ready to open up the house and let all the newness in, we're instead preparing to close the house up and retreat into our cozy, fuzzy blankets and socks. It makes sense to make sure we close it up with clean, clear space and energy, doesn't it? Think about how it feels when you empty out a room and redecorate it. It feels fresh, new, and alive with possibility, right? When things are tidy and organized, it's easier to find what you need and also easier to keep it clean. When doing this process, it's important to wipe down the surfaces too. Pull everything down, wipe it all out. I even take it a step further and clear the energy of the space too, using sage. When sage is burned, it releases negative ions, which is linked to putting people in a positive mood. If you choose to burn sage or any type of incense, it's important to open the windows so that the energy has somewhere to go. And don't forget to imagine that any negative energy is attaching itself to the smoke and being carried out of your house. You can even verbally ask the energy to leave through the open window. If you're opposed to incense, you can find sage spray online or in metaphysical shops too. Once you've cleared the space, then it's time to take a look inside of yourself and around you. What thoughts plague you that you want to let go of? An example of how space clearing shifted things for me is this. Back when I was single and attending yoga school, my mind was all over the place, and I had negative energy and a lot of bad memories surrounding my apartment. Due to financial issues that I had, I ended up losing that apartment and I had to move in with friends. It was during that time that I had declared I was done searching for love and decided I was hell-bent on fixing my life, and I would wait for love to find me when the time was right. That's when my now husband contacted me, so there I am giving away the ending of the story. But we sort of dated during that time and saw each other for about a month and a half before he pulled away from me to work on himself some more. I was devastated. Yet, I was still in my own disheveled mess, and though I was really sad, I reminded myself that I had work to do and a life to rebuild. And I remembered that declaration of waiting for love to find me. I made that promise to myself, and I was going to keep it. I moved again, this time in with my parents, and finished yoga school. I am forever grateful for the friends and my parents who helped me, but living like that, in a room, with my belongings everywhere, that didn't feel good. During that period of living back in my childhood home, my now hubby and I went on what I thought was a date. My now hubby and I went on what I thought was a date. And yet, on that date, he told me that he was listed on a dating website looking for friends, which said to me that this was not the guy. Why would he be on a date with me and on a dating website if he was the one? From that day, I moved on emotionally from him. I had to have the courage to walk away from anything that I would have normally chased. I wasn't chasing anyone or anything anymore. During that time, I finally got enough money together and felt stable enough to get my own apartment again. And this place really required a deep clean. A lady had died in that apartment, you guys, just before I moved in there. And it clearly had not been cleaned physically, much less energetically. But I was determined to have my own space. I spent hours and hours cleaning the place, and then I moved our belongings in. It felt fresh and new and organized, and I was proud of it. Soon after that, I got some friends to help, and we energetically cleaned it too. Another thing we did, my friends and I, was get together and burn or donate everything we owned that reminded us of past relationships. Literally everything. It all went into a bonfire. You cannot hold on to the past and move on at the same time. It doesn't work. A month later, a month after moving into that apartment, my now husband sent me a text letting me know he would be in town the next day and he wanted to see me. We have been together ever since. It took me getting very clear about what I wanted, what I would no longer stand for, working on myself, and being confident in my ability to stand on my own 2 feet. Oh, and you know what else I did in that apartment? I made sure that I slept on the left side of the bed, leaving space open for someone to join me. There was space in my closet too, because I frequently cleared my clothes out. I used the space, of course. I'm not going to have a whole closet and not use it, but there was available room if needed. It was me telling the universe that I am ready. I have space in my heart and in my life for love. I had to let go of the feelings I once had of not being good enough and thinking something was wrong with me, of not having the perfect body, of thinking that I was running out of time or all the good ones were taken. Man, that inner mean girl has something to say about everything, doesn't she? I had to let go of all of that and really feel actual love for myself and strengthen my own abilities. I was so proud of what I had accomplished, and I still am. Holding on to the feelings and beliefs from past relationships can seep into your new ones as limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in the same patterns over and over. So if you are experiencing the same types of relationships over and over, and the only thing different is the actual person you're with, I'm going to say this with love, but you are the common denominator. What do you feel you can let go of? I do offer a free consultation where we can talk about what might be keeping you stuck and what you can do to fix it. If this feels aligned, we can talk about continuing to work together from there. The link for that is in the show notes. If you already know what you want to let go of, though, either get rid of the physical stuff or write your thoughts on a piece of paper. Forgive someone if you need to. Write it in a letter, and if you don't want to send it, then one night on the full moon, burn the paper, imagining yourself feeling lighter, feeling free from those things that keep you stuck. I hope this goes well for you, and I would love to hear about it. Come on and join my Facebook group. It's also called Inner Goddess Rising, and let me know how it goes. I'll put the link for that in the show notes too. Have a great week, you guys, and I'll talk to you again next Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review it and share with everyone you know who might benefit from it. I look forward to seeing everyone in our Facebook group, Inner Goddess Rising. Have a great week.